to the thefogvlog.
Good evening and welcome to the latest pre-recorded edition of Layers. There's also a Layers Live that goes out on a Thursday with the rest of the vlog crew. For this edition you just have me as your host talking about the layer that I've actually decided to create this week with the flavour that I decided to play with. For those that don't know me, my name is Liam. I'm known as Sherlock Holmes on ELR. For this version of Layers, I decided to play with Flavorah Thai Chai. Now, for those that know me, they'll know that I do quite like my unusual flavours and my unusual profiles, so this one spoke to me. So I decided to mix it up and give it a test. I mixed it at 1% and 3%. and tested it throughout the course of a month steep. Now, what I noticed, it doesn't really change a lot from shake and vape to the end of the steep. However, there is a bit of a difference in the percentages. It's almost linear, but there are other flavours that do pop up when you mix it slightly higher. So at 1%, I actually had a very slight floral honey, with a nice realistic lemongrass and a tiny bit of cooling. Now I'm not sure whether that cooling is from a very low percentage of mint or whether it's more like the Flavorah cooling, the Flavorah menthol. Now the biggest difference for me at between 1% and 3% is at 3% that honey actually becomes a lot more prominent, a lot stronger, and you actually get a coconut in the background. The coconut, it's not a toasted coconut, it's more like a sweet, more like a sweet coconut. Now I believe that this would actually be useful to accent tropical fruit mixes, and of course if you're a fan of Thai chai, then if you take this up to 2% and then add a black tea concentrate to it, your favourite black tea concentrate, and a splash of dairy, it should get you pretty close to the Thai chai profile. Now, never having had a Thai chai myself, I can't say how authentic this actually is to that flavour, but if you enjoy those type of teas, then I should imagine you will very much enjoy this profile. I'd take it up to 2% in a mix and up to 3% standalone. As I said, as the percentage goes up, that honey becomes a little bit more prominent, and you start tasting that nice sweet floral honey, almost like an artisan honey taken from, harvested from bees that pollinates the more floral perfumey flowers. Now the cooling actually increases as well and becomes a lot more obvious, but it should still work really well at 2%. Now for my layer, what I've decided to do is the lemongrass and the coconut, I decided I'd actually enhance those a little bit more. I thought I'd bring those up a little bit. So for my Thai chai layer, I had 1.5% Flavorah Thai chai. To that I added 0.2% Flavorah lemongrass and 1% Flavorah sweet coconut. Now I steeped that for 2 weeks, and there's not a lot of a difference again from shake and vape to the 2 weeks steeped. It has melded better together, and it has got stronger, but I was really impressed with the way this layer worked out, because to me it's very well balanced. I've still get all of the Thai chai profile, and except the coconut and the lemongrass are actually enhanced, they're stronger tasting, so they're actually coming through the vapor a lot better than they were with just a single flavor concentrate. The other thing that it's done is hide that cooling very slightly, knocked it down a little bit more, and it's also taken some of that floral hit out of the honey. You've still got the sweet taste of the honey there, but some of the floral has actually calmed down. One of the advantages of using this layer as well, with the coconut layered in there, it would actually make this play a lot better with creams and dairies for you to create your own Tai Chai profile. I'd personally believe that adding 0.25% Flavorah cream to this mix would work really well as the dairy component in this. Now, one of the other things that I could actually do with this layer, so I'd actually layer it into an ice cream. I think it would work very well there. You get the lemongrass, the honey and the coconut all working very well together with all the dairies and giving you an unusual but very tasty recipe. Stand out from the crowd a little bit. I'd like to thank you all for watching and putting up with my ramblings and babblings, and please join us for the next Layers Live. You can also catch the Fog Vlog on a Saturday, where they do a live premiere of mixers in the community, where they review recipes. Of course, our Layers Live show on a Thursday evening, and we also have Easy Does It, where the other guys actually talk about flavourings that people in the community use, their market share and notes and how to use it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.